Alrighty, guys. When you are all ready, we'll get nice and cozy like we usually do. Go ahead, we'll close our eyes. If you want to keep your cameras on or turn them off, whatever's good there. Same with your mics. We'll take some initial grounding breaths here as Phoebe says hello. Just settling into the moment. Taking some initial breaths. Just starting to calm and soothe your body. If you're holding any extra tension today, you can sigh on the way out, sigh on the exhale, let go of that tension, let go of that stress. Completely decompress your body into your chair or into the ground, wherever you are. And when you're ready, we'll start to shift our focus and our attention further onto the breath, beginning to notice the sensation of the inhale, beginning to notice the sensation of the exhale. Just paying close attention to how it feels to breathe in this moment in time and space right now. Now, as you focus on your breath, I really want you to sharpen your attention on clear inhales, clear exhales. So, as we breathe in, really notice the sensation of taking in all that air. Notice how it feels as that air enters into your lungs, into your chest, into your nose or your mouth, however you're breathing. Follow that breath all the way in. And then notice how clear it feels as you exhale, that clarity of the breath as it leaves your body, as it leaves the lungs, as it flows out your mouth, and as your chest decompresses with that full exhale. Just continue to focus on taking clear breaths, clear inhales, clear exhales. Today, I really want you to focus on sharpening your attention. So try to keep your attention as glued to your breath as possible here. So you might be hearing sounds around you, you might be pulled into thought, you might have other distractions in your area, but notice and catch them when they're happening, and as quickly as you can, shift that focus back onto the breath. Again, gluing and attaching your focus toward that inhale and that exhale. Really zooming in to notice how it feels to breathe with the breath as the home base, the breath as the focal point. Anytime we get pulled away again, notice that we've been pulled away. We'll catch our attention. We'll come back onto the breath, getting clear with that inhale, getting clear with that exhale. Now, as we continue here, let's focus on the inhales as we breathe in. I want you to gently and very lightly just bring a small opening through your lips. As you do that, on the inhale, press your tongue toward the roof of your mouth. You'll inhale here through your nose. And on the exhale, breathe out slowly through the mouth, through that small opening. And try to get out all that air, as much air as possible. So if we were to count these breaths, the inhale will probably go to about a count of 4. On that exhale, if we go nice and slow, we can get to a count of 8, 9, 10. So we can almost double the length of the exhale compared to the inhale. But I really want you to focus on that rhythm, that technique. So when you breathe in, keep that opening of your mouth, tongue to the roof of your mouth, but breathe in through the nose. Big full chest. And then as we exhale, breathing out through that small opening in the mouth, completely letting all of that air out as much as possible until we need that inhale again. We should be able to hear very lightly the air leaving our body on those exhales. And as we continue going with this technique, I want that exhale to symbolize letting go. So now we can start to bring into mind any thoughts, any current experiences, any challenges, any stressors, anything that's been on our mind that we want to let go of. Call that into your mental awareness here. And as you exhale, breathe out those stressors. So let those stressors go, flow out of your body, out of your system through the breath. Again, that exhale is symbolizing the release of that stress. So, again, anything that's on your mind that you've been grasping, that you've been holding on to, that you've been white knuckling, bring it into your attention and gently let it go through that exhale. As we are releasing through that exhale, we can blow those stressors away. Almost as if we're using the breath to push them down a river, pushing them out of sight, out of mind, away from our experience. And for each and everything that's coming to mind, we can repeat the phrase, I'm now gently letting you go, as we call those experiences into our space. So as we release them, just repeat that phrase to symbolize the release process, to help ourselves and help the brain really recognize that this is something that we are detaching from, that we don't need, something that's not helpful, something that's not going to take us to where we want to be heading next. So again, you can say, I'm gently letting you go. As we let these things go, I want you to notice the space that's getting created within your heart. Notice the room that is opening up, room and space for more joy, more love, more integrity, more alignment. This is the power of letting things go. When we recognize the things that are no longer serving us, we can release them from our grasp. And as we do that, it opens up new space for what we want to cultivate, for what we want to call in. And so now we're going to shift gears and focus on the inhale. And with the inhale, I want that to symbolize the calling in. So with every breath, focus on taking a deeper breath here. We can breathe in through the nose or through the mouth, whichever is most powerful in this moment. But with each inhale, I want you to call in something that you're needing or a direction that you want to be heading into, an intention. What do you want to fill that space with? Call that in, bring that in with every breath, with each inhale. The deeper the inhale, the more settled we're calling in that thing. The deeper it lands, the further that seed gets planted. And now, as we look ahead to this upcoming week, on that same note of calling in, I want you to bring to mind an intention or a key word, a key phrase, or a theme that you want to highlight for this upcoming week. So what's a primary goal that you have, a primary objective, something you want to aim toward for this upcoming week ahead? I want you to call that in, to meditate on that, to reflect on it, and to have this theme be the heartbeat behind every action that you take from now into the end of the week. So, for instance, perhaps that theme might be peace. You want a week full of peace. And I want you to meditate on what that looks like. What does a peaceful week look like for you? How can you embody that peace already? How can you cultivate times of peace for yourself? Every day, what action can you take to really celebrate the peace you already have and to make more peace? That's just an example, but go ahead and reflect on an intention that you have. Sit with it, rumble around with it, hold it, and see what it looks like for you to bring this into fruition for your upcoming week ahead. We'll take a couple more minutes to finish up that reflection. Great job, everybody. After we meditate today, as you continue about your day, perhaps spend about 5, 10 minutes journaling on that intention that you have. That way we can solidify that goal even further and can really help to set that into stone as your motivation, your energy for the week ahead. When you're ready, let's take 3 final deep breaths. Big full inhales. Big full exhales, big sighs on the way out. Let's do 2 more. One more. Great job. We can roll the neck around, still keeping our eyes closed. Roll the shoulders front to back, back to front, beginning to bring some energy back into our bodies. You can wiggle your fingers and toes, kind of bounce your legs around. To start to recognize ourselves in this physical space. Notice the sounds around you. Thank yourself for this meditation time. And when you're ready, go ahead, open your eyes.